Ayo, did someone order the best fucking anime season of all time? Welcome to the Summer 2019 anime video, guys. I do this near the beginning of every quarter where I watch a bunch of new anime shows and give you my thoughts on them so far. But first, a quick recap of last season. It was pretty good. Not as good as Winter, but Attack on Titan really elevated it because holy shit, that was amazing. One Punch Man brought it down a bit because holy shit, that was a colossal failure. But of course, the highlight was the brand new fantastic adaptation of the popular Shonen Jump manga, We Never Learned. Anyway, but here we are in the summer, and oh man, have I been looking forward to this one. I don't think I've ever been this excited for a single anime season. Oh man. But as always, we're gonna start with the long runners. All your shit is still going on. Can't get rid of Boruto, Black Clover, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail's almost over though. This is the final core. Thank fuck. Yeah, anyway, One Piece is a bit more interesting this season. Apparently, they actually got their shit together. They shuffled the staff around, got some cool new schedules, and apparently the Wano arc in the One Piece anime so far has looked great. Like, the animation has actually been fantastic for the One Piece anime, which is great. I'm really happy for that. I haven't read any of Wano yet, so I don't really know what the story's like. But I have to ask, does this really matter if the pacing is still garbage? Now, if any of you watch it, you'll have to let me know, like, maybe they did fix the pacing or something, but unless the One Piece anime takes a break, like, I really don't see how they would be able to fix the pacing if they still need to make an episode every single week. For that reason, I don't know, I still can't see myself enjoying the One Piece anime. Now, JoJo's been going on, and it's actually bleeding a bit into the summer now, because they're making us wait, like, 3 weeks for the finale. What the fuck? Is this because of tennis? I swear to God. Yeah, JoJo's been fantastic. Really looking forward to seeing that finale in action. Fruits Basket is still going on, and I've been loving it. These recent episodes in particular have been really fantastic. And of course, my favorite series, Demon Slayer, is still going. I always piss off a lot of people when I talk about this series. I don't mean to, guys, you know. And I will say, all of the technical aspects of this show continue to blow my mind. It's absolutely unreal. All of that illegal money they are funneling into this show is really paying off. Like, most action shows look this good like once or twice every season, but this is just like non-stop fantastic. There's one fight with a demon who can like rotate the room, change gravity and stuff. That was so cool. And as for the story, I'm sorry, but I still fall asleep. And the anime just got to the point in the manga that people told me it gets good, you know, oh yeah, it gets good, just wait until he fights the spiders, wait until he fights the spider demons, you know, that's when things really pick up, that's when this series becomes great. And it was just the same thing, they go to a new place, kill a demon, I don't care. But the real shame is that I was actually very close to enjoying this story. Like, maybe like around episode 8 or 9 or something, when, you know, he like fights the guy with the ball and stuff. They're trying to like extract the blood from the guys or whatever. But the main villain shows up. I thought he was pretty cool. So things were looking up. I'm like, you know what? I might actually end up liking this series. Then they introduced these two fuckers. Oh my god. I hate them. I hate them so much. This ginger kid is so endlessly annoying. Oh my god. He will not shut up. Then this pighead asshole. He's so loud and obnoxious. Like, So yeah, all of this really rounds out to me feeling pretty lukewarm about this series still. But I really can't give enough credit to the production of this series, and for that reason alone, I am more than happy to keep watching. Alright, as for the new summer shows, oh boy, you know what? I think we're just gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna start with the big one. Here we go. Isekai Cheat Magician. When I first saw that this was a thing, I was 100% convinced that it was a satire. I'm looking at this title, I'm looking at these character designs, I'm like, there is no way that this is a serious show. But I watched it and yeah, it takes itself 100% seriously. A boy and a girl who are secretly in love with each other get transported into a magical fantasy world where things work like a role-playing game, and they're really powerful. This was one of the worst things I have ever seen. Like, there's so much garbage isekai out there, but at least a lot of it tries. Like they try? This is just a horrible, soulless cash grab, and I can't wait to never talk about it ever again. Next up, we have To Abandon the Sacred Beasts. More like To Abandon This Show After One Episode. Because, alright, like this wasn't really terrible or anything. You have these soldiers who can transform into giant beasts, whatever they may be, and then they just wreck a bunch of shit. But oh no, the people who can turn into the beasts are slowly having the beasts take over and we gotta do something about that. Then there's a bunch of betrayals, and then the main character wakes up like 3 months later, he's like, oh, I gotta get revenge. As this episode went on, I found it increasingly easy to predict what was about to happen. He's like, hey guys, let's all survive, or we're all gonna live. Yeah, every single one of us. And he gets like shot 2 scenes later. That was, yeah. And like, it's not the worst thing ever. You might try it out and like it, but this definitely wasn't one for me. It's time for Dr. Stone. As you know, I absolutely adore this manga. I recently did my top 30 video. This was pretty high up there. Cannot get enough of this. I was extremely excited for the anime. And now that it's here, it's pretty good. Granted, we're not that far in it yet, and as most of you who have read the manga know, the series is kind of weird at first. Like, it's still good, it's still enjoyable, but you know, it really doesn't find its footing until a little bit later, maybe by like episode 5 or 6. But right now, you know, it's pretty cool. It's very colorful and vibrant. They capture Boichi's art extremely well. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is the overall animation quality, because that scene where they wake up Tsukasa and he fights the lions, honestly, that looked pretty whack. I was not that thrilled with how that animation scene looked. So if that's the standard of animation quality we're shooting for, I'm a little bit worried as we get farther into the series. This is going to run for 2 cours, but hopefully they can surprise me. The scene with Tsukasa catching the arrow in episode 3 looked a lot better, so I am hoping they can maintain a consistent quality. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this adaptation so far. Next up, in what seems to be the most popular anime of the season so far, Fire Force. I'm a huge fan of Atsushi Okubo. I love Soul Eater to death, and I've read 7 volumes of Fire Force, and this is pretty good. I definitely don't think it's as good as Soul Eater, but it's still a very enjoyable series. I was a little worried though, because volume 1 of Fire Force in particular, I didn't think was all that great. It was an alright introduction to the series, but it really took me a while to really get invested in the story and find the characters likable. Like, the first volume didn't really give me all that much substance, I found. So I was like, oh man, it's probably going to be a handful of mediocre episodes before we get to the cool stuff in Fire Force, but whoa! They have put so much care into this adaptation that it's kind of unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen an anime adaptation improve this significantly upon the manga. It's not to say the manga was bad or anything, but if you compare, say, like the first couple of chapters to the first couple of episodes, the anime outshines it in every way possible, and I am so happy for that. For one, the animation is stunning. Like, the few action scenes we've seen have been impeccably done. The opening is amazing, just the song is awesome, the visuals are incredible. I'd honestly put it up there with the Soul Eater openings, which are also pretty god tier. But they've just made the characters so much better in this one. Like for one, instead of like a huge exposition dump at the start, they just sort of have it like naturally become explained to you. The characters talk about things more, you get to know the characters better. And so right off the bat, when you're having emotional stuff, you already feel a connection to these characters, where in the manga that was pretty much non-existent. You also have Shinra, the main character, who was admittedly a bit annoying at the start of Fire Force. He's going around, he's like, I wanna be a hero! But here, he seems a lot more chill and subdued. His whole thing is that he has a big anxiety problem, a lot of internal conflict, and the anime definitely brings more attention to that angle, and it's done so well. Absolutely amazing. We're getting 4 cours of this, guys. Like, I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting a break like halfway through. But if they can keep this quality up for 50 episodes, this is going to be wild. I cannot wait. Next up is Astra Lost in Space. Now, if you saw my top 30 video, you know that, surprise, this is one of the best manga I've ever read. And I promise that a full series review is coming soon. But all I can say is, this series is absolutely phenomenal. And so far, the anime has done a pretty good job. I will say though, I'm a little bit concerned about the pacing. Not yet. It's been fine. It's been very fast paced, but it's been fine. But it's just that Astra is a very meaty series. It's only 5 volumes long, but they're pretty thick, and like I said, it's very dense. There's a lot to this story, and I feel like they could really struggle to fit it into 12 or 13 episodes. I think it's possible, but I'm just a little bit worried. But like I said, so far so good. If you're anime only on this one, if you have no idea what this is, you're like, oh, it's a fun space adventure, yeah, hold on to your shit. This is something else. It really is. It's a very amazing and special series, and I can't wait for more people to experience it, because it's gonna be big. As for the last show, we're gonna be okay, I've already done that, but oh man, coming right off the heels of Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, which many people consider to be fucking awesome. With studios jumping right into Vinland Saga, and holy crap am I happy. If you've been living under a rock, of course, Vinland Saga is my favorite manga of all time, and the fact that it's getting an adaptation that so far is this good, I don't know what to say. It's the best feeling ever. Now, it's kind of weird. They gave us 3 episodes on the same day, and now they're making us wait until the 28th for any more. It's some bullshit tennis thing. I don't know. It's weird. But you know what I say? I say a small price to pay for salvation. Now, granted, everything we've seen so far hasn't really been crazy, hasn't been that action-packed. It's mostly just been the setup stuff with Iceland. In fact, they've actually rearranged it a bit from the manga, because the manga sort of just throws you into all of the action, and then a few chapters later, then it gives you this whole backstory, but here we're starting with the backstory. It's actually pretty much exactly what they did with Attack on Titan. I know some people prefer it in the manga, some people like it better in the anime. I don't really have a preference. I think that this is fine. You can tell it in any order. Chronological works, it makes sense. And while the proper action isn't going to start until episode 4, we did actually get an anime original scene at the very beginning of episode 1, which was pretty cool. I was a little worried about this going in, because we saw from the first trailer this was clearly going to be a CGI fight, and that there was going to be a lot of this in the series, but they definitely approved it from the first trailer, and honestly, I could not have been happier with how it turned out. This has honestly some of the best CGI I've seen in anime. In fact, I feel like if you're not as well versed in animation, you might not have even been able to tell that it was CGI. It blended very well with the drawings, and I think it was very well done. And the rest of the show just looks stunning. Like, you have Iceland here, all these massive backgrounds, these beautiful colors, this jacked ass cow. Pretty much the best it could have been, and I am beyond excited for the rest of this series. 24 episodes. Oh my god. Like, if you're anime only on this, you have no clue. You're not ready for this series. I cannot wait to see the shockwaves that this sends throughout the anime community, because it is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's just great, man. I can't believe Vinland is finally getting the recognition it deserves. People are finally learning about this series. Oh, it's great. And it is definitely the biggest highlight of this season for me. Yeah, this season is wild, man. I'm like overwhelmed with so many amazing new shows to watch every week. It is just a very, very good time to be an anime fan. For the first time in forever, I feel like there's enough good stuff to balance out with all of the shit. There's always a constant stream of shit, but there's so many good things this season that it kind of feels like we're winning. So that'll do it. Those are my thoughts on all of these anime. As always, let me know if there's something I missed. Dozens of new shows are airing. I don't know what's what. If there's some crazy hidden gem that I missed out on, please let me know. And let me know what you thought of all these series, what some of your favorites are, what stuff you're looking forward to seeing. So yeah, do your thing. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.